Oh my gosh, I'm in love. Hello and welcome to the Faded Wildflower Crochet. My name is Rachel, and today is another episode of Will It Ami, which is a series on my channel where we test out different types of yarn and see if they work well for amigurumi. And along the way, you can watch me make a cute plushie. So if that sounds like fun, then keep watching. For today's video, we are going to be trying out Red Heart Super Saver Brushed. I don't know if you've ever felt this yarn before at the craft store, but every time I'm there, I feel the little example that they've made of it. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so soft. What if I made a plushie out of it? So that's what we're going to be doing today. I feel like it's not a yarn that I've heard a lot of people talk about, so I'm not sure if that's a good sign or not, but we will see. The perfect plushie to be trying out this yarn with is this rat. I designed this myself. You can buy it on my Etsy shop. I will link it down below. And without further ado, let's get a closer look at this yarn. Here is a closer look at the yarn. I really wish you guys could feel this through the camera. It is so soft and cozy. And it says to use a size 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. I'm not sure what I'll be using, but I will put on the screen what I end up using. I think it's called, yeah, the color is called Shale. Is that how you say that, Shale? And I will be putting up on the screen how much this cost and the different colors that you can get it in. And I'm going to be using, for the little pink parts of the rat, I'm going to be using this, which is just Karen Simply Soft. And I don't know the shade, but I will also put that on the screen. And without further ado, let's get to the crocheting. Okay, here is what we have so far, just a little head. And I will say, as far as pros go for this yarn, it is so easy to work with. I did not have any problems with it splitting. It did snag a couple of times on the hook, just here and there, and I did end up using a 3.5 millimeter crochet hook, and that worked perfectly. It is softer than, I will say, it is definitely softer than the regular Red Heart Super Saver. If you watched my rainbow squid video, then you will know that one of my favorite yarns that I worked with was the Red Heart Super Saver, because I love the colors, but I did not love the texture. And we all, probably most people, I won't say we all, but probably most people have worked with Red Heart Super Saver at one point of their crochet journey. It is affordable, so I understand why people gravitate towards it, but the texture is quite rough. But this, the brushed version, is much softer. That being said, it's not as soft as I was hoping for. If you feel the skein, then you know that it is so soft, so nice to touch. And whenever you look at the little sample that they have, I don't know if all stores have that, but my local Joann has samples of certain yarns, and usually it's done in like a granny square or something like that. And when you feel that, it feels so nice and cozy. So I will say that it is probably much softer for something like a garment or a blanket, something where you're doing looser stitches. But once again, we're running into the issue of when you do amigurumi, you need tight stitches, and that just makes the fabric not quite as soft. The only other negative I have about this yarn so far is that it was really hard to find the center pool. I had quite a bit of yarn barf finding it, but I did eventually find the center pool. That's just kind of personal preference as well. And I could have ran it through my yarn winder, but I chose not to. So I just dealt with the yarn barf. But anyways, I do think it's really cute. Like I said, super easy to work with. I'm a little bit disappointed about how the finished piece is not as soft as I would like, but definitely leaps and bounds softer than the regular Red Heart Super Saver. So I'm gonna go eat some lunch and then I will get cozy on the couch and finish up this cutie, and we will do some final thoughts. Okay, our little rat friend is done. I am so happy with how he turned out. Honestly, this is why I decide to make an entire plushie before I give a full review. Because just making the head, I was like, this yarn's okay. It's not the best, it's not the worst. I'm a little bit disappointed and how it's not as soft as I would like. But then making the entire plushie, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in love. I actually really, really like the way that it turned out. Again, it's not as soft as I would want it to be or expect it to be when I just feel the skein. I did notice that when I was working on the body, and I'll insert a clip of it, that if you go inside out, so the wrong side is a lot softer and fluffier. I'm not sure if you can tell on camera, but you can definitely tell when you feel it, that the inside is a lot softer than the outside. So I'm not really sure why that is, but that's just something that I noticed. But I still am really, really happy with him. I like the texture. Again, not quite as soft as I would have hoped for, but still a nice, cozy texture. It's got a little bit of a halo to it, not too much, but I just think he is quite adorable. I had no problems working with this yarn. It didn't split. It did not have any knots in it that I got to so far. It sewed up nicely. I am just overall really impressed with this yarn. And I think I will be repurchasing this and using it for plushies here and there in the future. I could see me using this yarn on a dog, one of my custom dogs that I make for my Etsy shop. If it's a nice, fluffy, kind of soft, fuzzy dog, I could see me using this type of yarn and then maybe even taking a brush and fluffing it out even more. So I think that this yarn has some real potential to it and a lot of fun things that you could make with it. Here is a quick size comparison of our two rats. This is the one that I made in bulky velvet yarn, and then this is our one we made today. The size difference is not too dramatic, and again, this is a size 4 medium weight yarn, and with Red Heart Super Saver, I feel like their yarns are usually a little bit thicker than you would think. I think this might be one of the only times, if not the only time, where I actually like the yarn that I'm testing. I like this one more than my original one. That's kind of crazy, but I do think it's really, really cute. I think the wrap pattern was perfect for this yarn, and using the pink Karen Simply Soft worked really well alongside it. I'm pretty sure that there is a pink shade in this line of yarn. I would have to check, but I'm pretty sure. I wish that there was more colors. I always say that when it comes to yarns that I really like. I'm like, I wish there were more colors, but I do. I wish there were more colors. I wish there were some more neutral colors so that I could use them on my dogs and cats that I make. So I do think the intention was more for blankets and scarves and that sort of a thing, but will it Ami? It will. It definitely will. And like I said, I probably will be repurchasing this yarn and using it in the future, which again is maybe one of the only times. I think this is probably comes in second place right after the Juicy Couture Sparkle yarn in terms of the yarns that I've tried so far for this channel, because I do really like it. So you will have to let me know what you thought of today's video. Have you ever tried this yarn? Have you seen it at your craft store and wondered if it would make a cute plushie? And just a reminder that if you want to purchase my wrap pattern, I will have it linked down below, and I'm going to put a discount code on the screen and in the description box in case you want to get a little bit of money off of a purchase from my shop. Thank you so much for watching and for being here, for helping me make this guide today. You can subscribe, stick around, let me know what other kind of videos you want to see next. You can follow me on all my social medias. It's the Faded Wildflower everywhere. And again, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.